Hey guys, what's up? My name is Christine Fox. I wanted to share my post-explant recovery story. I didn't think I'd be hopping here on YouTube to share it, but here we are. So I got my breast implants taken out about a month ago. I know there's so many women out there who aren't sure if they really have any symptoms, or even women who have symptoms but just don't realize it because it's part of the norm. So I wanted to hop on and share a little bit of my story. So let's jump into it. This all started for me at a very young age. I remember, going through puberty and always seeing women on TV having fuller breast and thinking that that meant beauty and that meant being a woman as far as having boobs. So by the time I hit 14 and I was only 34B and I had no cleavage, I thought, when I'm older, I'm going to get breast implants. Fast forward to when I'm 23 years old and I start getting into fitness competitions. The look was to have breast implants. I wanted to go pro in fitness competitions. I also wanted to feel more womanly, confident, and beautiful. I go to a surgeon, talk with him. He looks at my breasts and he's like, yeah, well, they're not the prettiest boobs. They're ugly. Me, I was like, yes, tell me more, tell me more. He told me that I would be a bombshell when I got breast implants. Really all he was doing was just trying to make a sell, but it's not like I really realized it because I'm an impressionable 23-year-old, insecure. I'm really just using my looks to boost my confidence because I wasn't confident with who I was. I got the breast implants. I start competing, killing it in the fitness world, start killing it on social media with fitness. I just remember 8 months into having my breast implants, I started having just severe depression. I always had depression on and off throughout my life, but this was a different animal. And I was just always fatigued and my hair was falling out and my metabolism was starting to get really sluggish. Mind you, side note, I was doing 2 hours of cardio a day, an hour and a half of weight training a day, barely eating like 1,000 calories a day. So I, in my mind, thought all these symptoms were happening because my body was crashing and I was messing up my hormones, which makes sense too, and my metabolism was messed up. So in my mind, I was like, I'm messing up my body, I need to chill out. Fast forward from 2013 to 2016, I'm in Virginia, 3 years of competing, and I'm dead. I get a sponsorship with an amazing supplement company and they moved me to California to fitness model. That is my job there. I need to stay in shape. I just remember getting there and just being like, you know what, now I'm taking a break from competing, so I need to focus on healing my body. And the first thing I did was I just slept, and I slept 16 hours a night for I think it was about a month straight. And I just thought, my body is just really worn out, it needs to heal, it's gonna be back to normal in no time. Like, I probably just have adrenal fatigue, which is something that happens when your body just too stressed out and it basically is just chronically fatigued and shuts down. 3 months goes by and I'm still always fatigued, sleeping 14 hours a night, exhausted throughout the day, severely depressed, anxious, digestion issues, thinking, okay, this isn't normal. And on top of it, it feels like it's so difficult to lose weight and even to maintain my weight. At this point, I was like, I must have hypothyroidism. I go to doctor, blood work done, I'm waiting, and I tell him like something wrong with my thyroid. This is the problem. Blood work comes back and he goes, Christine, your blood work is perfect, there's nothing wrong. Scratching my head, I was like, no, you don't understand. Like, there's something wrong with my body. My body should not be functioning this way. I feel like I'm trying to survive at this point, and I have all these symptoms. There's something wrong. And he was like, okay, we can do more blood work. Again, everything comes back normal. I remember one day I posted about it on my social media, and one of my followers, he was like, hey, like, you sound like you have breast implant illness. I just was like, oh, come on, like, more hoopla, health talk. Breast implants are safe. She basically intrigued me. I went and followed the breast implant illness Facebook group by Nicole. At first, I was very skeptical. I'm not really someone that just jumps into believing everything. I had to do a lot of research before I actually even maybe consider it. But I could not deny all these women who had all the same symptoms as me, or even worse, were just sick and they did blood work and it always came back normal and felt awful every day, and they were bedridden from fatigue, they were gaining weight, or all these symptoms, depression, digestion issues. And I was like, that's me. And when I really thought about it, it made sense. When you put foreign objects inside your body and they're made out of toxic chemicals. They bleed into your system. Over time, that's going to create an inflammatory response that causes your immune system to just go haywire, which is what was happening to me. So I thought, okay, like, what if it really is my breast implants that are making me so sick and unable to function in life? But I would look in the mirror and I would think, but I love my breast implants. I love how they make me look. And I kept just putting it off to the side and thinking, you know, no, it's probably not that. I'm just going to try to do detoxes. I'm gonna try healing my body with food, and I'm gonna fix this issue. And let me tell you, there were so many weeks I did not leave my bedroom in California. I tried healing myself in whatever way, like there was something wrong, and I thought maybe I'm just homesick and I just need to go back home to Virginia with my family and leave this fitness modeling. So my boyfriend at the time would just always be so supportive. His name's Kevin. He's my husband now. Towards the end of 2017, we had both been in California. He followed me out there. We had been there for about a year and a half and some change, and he just saw how miserable I was. Like, I would never leave my room. I would never go to the beautiful beaches in California. Laguna Beach was 15 minutes away. I would go to the gym. I was just exhausted all the time. I felt like I was just like withering away, just going through the motions. Like, I wasn't living life at all. I just remember he was unhappy too. So we packed our bags, took our dogs, we moved back home to Virginia near our family. And I thought, okay, I can go back to living my life and being happy again. But it didn't work out that way. I remember one day feeling so obviously like just depressed, fatigued, all these same symptoms, and just crying to my husband. And I was just like, I just want to be normal. Like, I'm doing everything right. Why is this happening? And having kind of a pity party. But I was really like just upset that the last few years have just gone to, like, I went to the top of my game, killing it in my career, to all of a sudden just feeling so awful every single day, feeling like I couldn't function and feel life or anything of that matter. So all of 2018 just went through the motions basically. 2019, this year, I just did a lot of praying to God to give me direction on my health, what I need to do. I just had all these symptoms like depression, anxiety, my hair was falling out, inflammation all over my body. I remember like looking at pictures and noticing that it looked like I was aging really quickly. My face was always puffy and it always looked swollen. I always had bags underneath of my eyes. I would sleep about 10 to 14 hours a night, wake up so fatigued and just being like, come on, like, I'm in the health and fitness industry and I feel like such a fraud right now. I had digestion problems, inflammation just all over my body. There would be weeks that I was literally bedridden from depression or fatigue and just wouldn't leave my bedroom really. And my husband would get so concerned and he'd be like, baby, are you okay? Literally felt like the best I could do. And it's not me being a victim or feeling sorry for myself. It's just when you feel so low for no reason and you're just always exhausted, it just zaps the energy and the life from you. And you're like, okay, like, this is my life at the moment and I'm just gonna go with it because I don't know what else to do. I did a lot of praying work this year. Whew, I can feel myself getting emotional. I did like a lot of praying work this year and just like, I prayed to God for like, I just prayed to God for a lot of healing and to give me direction and insight of what I need to do. And it just felt like the breast implant illness thing just kept coming up. And I just became so obsessed with this year. And I just kept reading all these testimonials. So grateful for those women, of the Women on the Breast Implant Illness group by Nicole on Facebook. There'd be women who, after getting implants, they lose hearing in their right ear. And then 6 years later, they get their implants out. And within a week, their hearing comes back in that same ear. Things like that, it's you kind of have to question, like, is this legitimate or is it just, are they all crazy and it's just in their head and they need to get over themselves and they just need to get with it? I don't think so. And I was one of those people that just constantly was like, Christine, just you. Like, you just need to snap out of it. But it just doesn't work that way. Anyway, so I just did a lot of praying, and especially I did a lot of praying for God to just heal my perception of what beauty meant and what it meant to be really confident, and that I would really truly love who I was after ending them out, at least. And I would have dreams of procedure happening and waking up and seeing them, and they would be distorted, but I would just feel so liberated and so happy and fulfilled. Those dreams are kind of like, you know, I think I need to do this. August of this year, 2019, I went and saw Dr. Craig, I think his name's Vander Poke, one of those, in Baltimore, Maryland. He did my procedure. He even told me 25 years ago when he heard of breast implant illness, he didn't believe it. He couldn't deny, after working on so many women, that 95% of the women, their symptoms would just go away after getting their implants out. So I did it. In September of this year, I got my breast implants taken out. And it's been 4 weeks tomorrow. I could definitely say it was the best decision I've ever made. Even like my skin, I just feel like I look like me again. Sorry, come up in your face. I just feel like I look like me again. Like my eyes are brighter. My face doesn't look puffy and inflamed anymore. I will say my diet has been on and off the past month. Like there have been days I ate Cheetos, you know? And in the past I would have to eat super clean to feel like I wasn't so inflamed. Depression, it's like, when I wake up, I don't feel it anymore, and I don't have to sleep so many hours. But I think what's the craziest part too is I don't feel fatigued at all. It just feels so good. Like I can do things and go about my day and not feel like while I'm driving, I'm about to fall asleep at the wheel. I think so much sharper again, and I just feel like there's so many symptoms that are going away. And I know as far as healing goes, my body is gonna be like this because it has to go through detox phases where it's just getting everything out. I'm just so blessed and so glad that I did this for myself, and I trusted my intuition, I trusted God, and I did all my research all these years. I just knew in my heart, like, this is what I had to do. Like, I knew that this was the answer. And so many times I was like, no, it's just all in your head. I ignored that side of me, and I did this. I did this for me. I did this to take my life back. I did this to feel what true confidence really means for me, at least. There's nothing that could really replace the newfound love I have for myself. Even after I got my implants taken out, they looked like, the day up I saw them, and they looked deformed and deflated, shriveled up, wrinkly. They did not look cute, girl. But when I looked in the mirror, I just smiled, and I teared up. Not teared up because I was like, oh my gosh, my boobs are gone. I teared up because I was me again. The first couple of days after explant, by the way, for me it was painful. Other women say it wasn't. I did not feel my best. It was a little painful, throbbing. It's been a month and my boobs are still tender, but it's very manageable. A week and a half after explant, my husband and I went on a date, and we're walking around town, and he looks me up and down and he goes, babe, you're not bloated anymore. I was like, when was I ever bloated? He's like, oh yeah, about that. I lied to you a lot. I was like, what? Like, you lied to me now? He's like, no, I never, you know, I don't lie to you, but in this instance, I think you're beautiful no matter what. You know, it was really cool because my husband, this whole entire process, has been so supportive. I would cry sometimes and say, well, are you gonna think of me any differently? Like, will you still love me the same? He would just always comfort me and hold my hand and look at me and say, I didn't marry you for your boobs. I married you for you, and I love you, and I support whatever you want to do. And to have that kind of support was everything that really just pushed me even more to do this. More so to realize I need to do it for me and to love me no matter what. I feel like that's what a lot of women need to do. If you have a poor quality of life, but you don't want to give up your breast implants, and you know it's your breast implants because you don't want to change how you look, I think that's a heart problem. I just think it's really important to look within and think, what's more important, being happy again or fixating on this idea of what beauty really means? And I think that's where you have to do healing work to realize you're beautiful no matter what. And you deserve to feel your best in every single thing that you do. I went from getting my breast implants and going from a 34B to a very large 34C, and I'm pretty sure by the end was probably a 34D. Now your girl is back to a 34B, and my boobs are looking more and more normal every day. They're healing, they're fluffing back up, and I feel great overall, and I wouldn't change anything for the world. And if I had to do this whole experience all over again, I would, just because I learned so much through this process. I learned to love me for me and to do inner healing work that I've had to do for so many years, because I was really broken when I got breast implants, and now I feel so restored. That is my entire story. And if you have any questions, you guys can feel free to hit me up on my Instagram. It's Christine_fitness. I was also thinking about possibly doing some more YouTube videos on how I'm going to detox my body and take you guys along that journey for post-explant recovery. And if you think that's a great idea, let me know again in the comments down below and I will do so. Until then, talk to you guys later.